Welcome to the continuation of Part 5 of Golden Software's demonstration video for Surfer 10. Surfer is our gridding, contouring, and surface mapping software package. In this demonstration, we will be concluding my demonstration of creating and editing contour maps. In the last video, I covered creating a contour map and editing the simple properties of the map. In this video, I will cover the advanced properties of the contour map as well as explain the other properties available for contour mapping. I have the file we started creating open to continue this demonstration, but if you are starting from scratch, you will need to create a contour map from a grid file. If you need help in creating a grid file, please refer to the training video dedicated to gridding data. Now that we've covered the simple level method, I will switch to the advanced level method by clicking on the word Simple and selecting Advanced from the drop-down menu. Once in the Advanced mode, I will click on the Edit Levels button to open the Advanced Properties dialog box. This dialog box gives you complete control of the individual properties of each contour line. You will also have the ability to add or delete contour lines by using these Add and Delete buttons. You can manually change any single value by double-clicking on the value, or you can edit the entire set of values by clicking on the headers of each element. For example, if I want to change the level properties for all of the lines at once, I will click on the Levels header and the Contour Levels dialog box opens. Here I can set the minimum and maximum values for the contour lines as well as set the interval between lines. The Use Defaults button will reset the minimum, maximum, and interval values back to the default settings. The line properties will allow you to control the visual settings of the lines. You can set the lines to be uniform, meaning all lines will be the same, or to gradational, meaning the line thickness will increase in width as the Z value increases. To set the gradational values, click on the radio button, then set the minimum and maximum width for the lines. You can also apply this to the affected levels. Setting the affected levels is a logical separation process which can be replicated several times to create different interval levels to differentiate line values. The level count starts at the minimum value and escalates through every line until the sequence is complete. The first thing to do would be to change the line settings to show the changes. I'll change the line color to blue. The first setting assigns the start line for the sequence. The set is the count of the number of lines to be affected, and the skip is the interval in which I will skip before restarting the sequence. To give you an example, I want to change all of my minor lines to blue. The range of my lines, which we set earlier, goes from 2100 to 3050. So the first line is 2100. I will set my first affected level to 2, which is the first minor line. Then I want to apply this different line type to this and the next two lines, so I put my set value to 3. Finally, I want to skip one line, which is the next major interval, and repeat this process for all the lines through the map. I'll click OK and OK again to show the changes. If I want to repeat this to add additional unique properties to each line to add to the customization, I can go back and set the new line property settings and change the affected levels intervals to reflect the new changes. But the first set of changes will be retained as long as the new changes do not affect them. I'm going to set the line color to black and the thickness to 3/100ths of an inch and set the affected levels to 1, 1, and 3 to change the major contour lines. The fill property works the same in the advanced method as it does in the simple, with the inclusion of the affected levels option, which works in the same fashion as in the line property. The label property allows you to customize the label's location, font, and format. In the dialog box here, the curve tolerance specifies the maximum amount of contour curvature allowed when placing labels on the contour lines. The label-to-label distance is the distance between labels along the contour lines, and the label-to-edge distance is the distance along the contour lines between the label and the edge of the map limits. The Orient Labels Uphill checkbox will align the labels so all the tops of the labels point uphill. Hatchers are small tick marks placed along contour lines to indicate direction of slope. In Surfer, hatchers can point upslope or downslope. Again, you must set the affected levels with this property to set any changes. The Layers tab is where you control the opacity of the entire contour map. You can adjust the level using this slide bar, or you can click on the percentage number and change it manually. I will change the opacity to 50%. The last tab in the contour properties is the Coordinate System tab. This dialog displays the properties of the coordinate system in which the map is set. If there is not a coordinate system assigned, you can set the coordinate system by clicking the Set button. More information about this feature is covered in the Coordinate Systems training video. This concludes my demonstration of creating and editing contour maps in Surfer 10. If you have any additional questions, please contact Golden Software.